Hey guys,
Hey.
Suzi and Travis here from the
How's
Wolf HunterZ.
it going?
We have a reaction video.
We do!
It's for you.
For you!
And this link right here is where you can click and submit your reaction request. Today's video is brought to you guys by
Don't Care!
bringing us Bach Portrait
By
Peter
Schickele.
Schickele. Don K says, "Hi Suzi and Travis, here is the Bach Portrait piece by Peter Schickele that I threatened to share. Hopefully
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Hopefully you all have listened to the previous request, Lincoln Portrait, which is the piece that this one spoofs. I hope you enjoy it. Kindest regards,
Quasidonko.
Quasidonko." Yes.
All right, let's do this. Hit like and subscribe.
We loved getting to see Peter Schickele. That was fun.
Yeah.
I'm excited. And the Lincoln
On
Portrait.
March 21st, 1685, Johann Sebastian Bach was born here in Eisenach, Germany, right in this very room. Over here in this corner, actually. Of course, 1985 was a big celebratory year for Bach lovers all over the world. There were lots of concerts and books and symposia, but I didn't notice any composer writing a musical composition about Bach. You know, a piece about what a great guy he was and everything. I thought it was high time that some composer did for Bach what Copland did for Lincoln, what Beethoven did for Wellington, what Tchaikovsky did for Little Russians, and what Richard Strauss did for himself. So the next work is one of my own compositions, entitled Bach Portrait. And I'd like to emphasize that the quotations spoken by the narrator actually do come from Bach's letters. The man only had two things on his mind. One of them was music, and the other was...
Oh my God.
I'm scared. Oh. I love this piece.
This makes me feel like I'm floating on clouds.
Us. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I might be falling through them now. I'm so happy. Good day, my lady.
Oh, thank you, kind sir. What's that? This.
That was my horse. When I was going. Right. Let's see if the next time it does the gallopy sound. Yeah. Dang. Got some bass in it right there.
Most noble, most highly honored sir. That is what he said. That is what Johann Sebastian Bach said. Most noble, most highly honored sir, for the quite exceptional and most gracious confidence of your noble self and all your collegium, I am most deeply obliged. And as it has always...
If only like teachers and lecturers and stuff like that had his voice, I feel like that'd be like a game changer. Like I feel like he could talk to me all day. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like,
That's
yeah, for sure. Like I feel like, oh, I'm interested now.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah.
Always been my greatest plaisir to offer to your honor my most obedient service. I shall now be all the more zealous in waiting upon your honor at the appointed time, and then to give satisfaction so far as in me lies. I beg you accordingly, without giving yourself too much trouble, to communicate this my decision to the honorable collegium, and at the same time to convey to them my most obedient regards, and to assure them of my sense of respectful obligation for their special confidence. Since, moreover, your honor has been good enough to take great pains in my behalf, not only in the present instance, but heretofore as well, I acknowledge this with obedient thanks, and assure you that it shall ever be my greatest pleasure to call myself your honors and my most especially highly honored sir's most obedient servant, Johann Sebastian Bach.
Those are lots of big words.
He was born in Eisenach, raised in Lüneburg, and lived in Leipzig. And this is what he said.
What did he say?
This is what Jack Bach said.
Tell me.
This post was described to me in such favorable terms that finally I cast my lot in the name of the Lord and made the journey to Leipzig, took my examination, and then made the change of position. But since, 1, I find that the post is by no means so lucrative as it had been described to me, 2,
I wish people still wrote like that. Don't you? I wish people still wrote and talked like it.
What? Instead of just,
like,
I took a job and it didn't pay me what I thought it would?
Yeah.
I have failed to obtain many of the fees pertaining to the office. 3, the place is very expensive. And 4, the authorities are odd and little interested in music, so that I must live amid almost continual vexation, envy, and persecution. Accordingly, I shall be forced, with God's help, to seek my fortune elsewhere. My present post amounts to about 700 thaler, and when there are rather more funerals than usual, the fees rise in proportion. But when a healthy wind blows, they fall accordingly. As for example last year, when I lost fees that would ordinarily come in from funerals to an amount of more than 100 thaler. In Thuringia, I could get along better on 400 thaler than here with twice that many, because of the excessively high cost of living.
Story time with Peter Schickele. Sorry.
When standing erect, he was 2 feet wide. And this is what he said. He said, "Most noble and most esteemed cousin, that you and your dear wife are still well, I am assured by the agreeable note I received from you yesterday, accompanying the excellent little cask of wine you sent me, for which I send you herewith the thanks I owe you. It is, however, greatly to be regretted that the little cask was damaged, either by being shaken up in the wagon or in some other way. For when it was opened for the usual customs inspection here, it was almost 2/3 empty, and according to the inspector's report, contained no more than 6 quarts. And it is a pity that even the least drop of this noble gift of God should be spilled. Although my honored cousin kindly offers to oblige with more of the liqueur, I must decline his offer on account of the excessive expenses here. For since the carriage charges cost 16 groschen, the delivery man 2 groschen, the customs inspector 2 groschen, the inland duty 5 groschen 3 pfennig, and the general duty 3 groschen, my honored cousin can judge for himself that each quart costs me almost 5 groschen, which for a present is really too expensive."
You know, I'm so glad that, Bach had, such important things to talk about, same as Lincoln, that his wine spilled and is too costly to replace.
That is a sad day, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it is a sad day. All of our problems are important,
Yeah.
Bach was an ornery man. Johnny Bach was an ornery and a cantankerous man. But when he spoke of music, this is what he said. He said, "I am not a little surprised that the university dares to refer to an ample honorarium of 13 thaler 10 groschen that I am said to have received from them, and to contradict me by denying that I have done the work for nothing until now, seeing that the honorarium is something separate and apart from the salary of 10 florin, and a gratuity does not exclude the salary. Actually, however, my complaint is not in respect to the honorarium, but concerns the salary, which has hitherto been denied me, in the amount of 12 florin. Indeed, as may be seen from the very rector's accounts cited by the university, even this honorarium, which is supposed to have amounted to 13 thaler 10 groschen, has not been paid to me in full, but instead I have been paid not more than 16 groschen 10 pfennig every quarter, instead of the 20 groschen 6 pfennig stated in the rector's accounts. And at the 3 high feast days, as well as at the Feast of the Reformation, each time not more than 1 thaler instead of 2 thaler 12 groschen, making a total of only 6 thaler 18 groschen instead of 13 thaler 12 groschen annually.
I love how explosive this song is.
What?
I love when it gets explosive.
Yeah.
Feel empowered.
You know? Just a man,
Johann
man
Sebastian
after
Bach,
justice, you know?
umpteenth musician of the Bach family, is everlasting in the memory of music lovers. For, surrounded by adversaries, this is what he said. He said,
Ooh, that bass hit was hard. Oh, dang. That's quite the closer right there.
Dang.
Wow.
That was funny.
Yeah. Thank you so much for that one. Thank you guys. Guys, check out this link to request your own personal reaction video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Stay tuned and stay positive.
We love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
I just wanna bang my leg. I just wanna